Alright, I'm back. Here's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to make a aluminum mallet. Again, like I said, let's look at the length. You're going to want to get some of this aluminum solid rod. It's something you get at it's like an Ace Hardware store. You just buy it by the foot. And then I think this is half inch. You get half inch or 5/8. Couple different sizes there, but whatever you are feeling in your best. Anyway, let's work with this half inch piece. So see, where did I cut this at back in the day? I cut this at 10 inches. So get yourself a length of rod, preferably 20 inches if you're going to make two tenor mallets, and go ahead and just saw what you need. Saw it at 10 inches. Okay, so now you have a length of rod, 10 inches. Tricky part is drilling that hole. Drilling that hole and being precise about it. Now, the bolts we have, I think, are 7/16. You're going to need something this long. It's up to you what you want to use. Let's see. We have a 7/16 bolt, hardened, and you can tell by hardened by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little stripes. And it's kind of the gold anodized. Let's see. You got 2 1/4 long, so it will fit through. It will fit through a head, but you only get that much. You can go longer if you drill deeper into the mallet. So what you do is you need some machining skills, and so you need some specialty tools. One is a tap. This has threads, hardened steel threads that will cut through aluminum. Well, you want the threads the same as your bolt. I don't know if this is, I just grabbed it out of the garage, but you're going to want the threads same as your bolt. Whatever bolt you're using, get those threads. I tend to like the wide threads as opposed to the thin threads. Anyway, what you're going to do now, if you have a tap, you're going to need to know the drill bit size. Drill bit size is a little smaller than the tap. So the way you do this is you can, I don't recommend doing this by hand. It would be nice to do it if you had a drill press or somebody in a machine shop with a lathe that could drill down the middle. So think about how you're going to drill down the middle. If I was to do this in the backyard, I'd put a clamp on this and then clamp it to the table and hold it tight and straight. And then you can get a center punch. Punch in the center, find the center, just eyeball it best you can. With a click, put a little center punch in there. Then what you do with the clamp, because I don't like doing this holding up, you get the bit of the, anyway, don't do like this. Clamp this somewhere, drill down the middle about, I'd say, drill at least 1.5 inches in, as much as you have on this tap. Then what you do, with the hole in place, you get a little oil, cutting fluid, you stick this in the hole and you very carefully turn, cut your threads, backing out every couple turns and blowing off the excess. And you tap, finally you tap all the way down, fit your bolt, make sure it screws in, maybe use a little oil to help. Alright, screws in. then what you do is take a washer. It doesn't have to be this big, but put it on the bottom so it gives it a foot to land on. Bolt with another smaller washer on the top. Thread in. And then, you know, get a wrench here. Get a wrench here that fits. Nice fitted wrench. And tighten it on. A lot of guys will like to put Loctite so these don't spin out. The problem with this design is it'll wear in here because the walls are very thin and they're cut with thread. But they'll last probably a couple seasons. And then with, again, just like we did with the wood ones, you'll want to drill into there and take a file or sandpaper and smooth out the rough edges inside so the rope doesn't get cut too quickly with the sharp edges. Anyway, like I said, we have beater balls. We have the 2 or the single, or get your own from a used drum shop. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's how I made mallets when we didn't have any. The wood ones are obviously the cheapest way to go, easiest. This way with tapping the threads in here is a little more tricky. You have to have some patience. Have to have some specialty tools such as the tap and a good drill and a safe and steady place to drill through the middle of that. That's probably the hardest thing, is drilling through the middle of this stick. So good luck to you guys, and if you have any questions, let me know. All right.